I think everything's working. Maybe. I haven't streamed from this rig at all. What's up, Apex Lodestar? What a week. What a week. Restarted Twitch real quick. The room looks like an 80s layer and I love it. Yeah, it looks better with all the stuff on and the lights up here off, but I need to be able to see for what I'm doing, so we're not actually going to do it that way today. I can do a couple little things here though. Turn that on. Turn that on. Get a little bit of background light going. Eh. This is gonna kill my back tonight. This is a lot lower than my workbench. Typically, I have a workbench off to the side, which is where I usually paint, but setting that up to actually stream at is a nightmare. I didn't edit my Twitch stream info. That's why it's saying that. But like trying to get that set up to actually stream there is just a nightmare, so I'm not even gonna bother. We're gonna try to do it here so I can show you all, because I do have, I'm not even on the right scene. I do have a split screen set up that I can show you. So I'm done making sure everything's working. Vegeta T, yeah. Alright, so my latest obsession as of late has been painting D&D miniatures. As ridiculous as that might sound. So this was the first one I ever did. Wow, that camera quality is... How do I tell it to focus? Can I set, like, a better autofocus here? Oh no! It zoomed out. Well, whatever. Is this the Bob Ross era of Evil's Fox? I mean, maybe. But yeah, this was the first one I ever did. It's extra shiny because of the varnish I used on it. I am probably gonna hit it again with a matte coat over top. This was the first one I did. Then I've done 2 more since then. These little demon dudes. They're extra dark. I'm hoping the shiny varnish actually brightens them up a bit. But the colors on them are sick. And then I'm finishing up this Angelic Warrior guy. He's got like an edgy Dark Angel vibe to him. We're finishing that one up super quick and then moving on to others. But this has been my obsession lately. What's up, that guy, Walter? Thank you for the kind words. By the way, if you didn't know, I do have a course for OBS if you're interested in getting every possible detail. Oh, we're getting some dropped frames over the network here. There we go. Looks like it stopped. That sucked. This is my first time streaming from this rig. It is not optimized yet. I'll say that, but yeah, I don't know why Me6 kept saying the wrong stream titles. Oh god, the YouTube stream is just dying. Oh no, that was... I guess that was the delay from the dropped frames. There's such a delay on YouTube. I'll post a link in both of those chats to the course. If you somehow missed it, want to pick it up, it is about 19 hours of video content. Over 120 videos. It's been the last 6 months of my life, and I'm gonna enter, as Logan said, the Bob Ross phase here as we kind of take it chill. All right, I gotta remember what I was trying to do on this guy to finish him off. I don't know that I need to kind of, if I can do it. I'm not really good at it. I need to try to dry brush a little bit extra white on his wings and like highlight a little bit. The OBS course is better than the ones on Skillshare Master Course. Well, since you didn't specify anyone's actual names as to not cast shade on any individual, I'm not surprised. What's up, Grim Carry? Do you print your own models? So that's a complicated question. Currently, these are all just pre-purchased models, and like most of them are fairly low quality ones. I am in the process of learning my resin printer that I just started learning yesterday. I've had it for 9 months. I only just started getting it set up yesterday. It has been an utter nightmare. So I have potentially successfully printed, they're in the wash right now, a couple models. But I had a whole plate of them that was supposed to print. But what I keep running into is the resin keeps getting printed on the tub itself, on that clear part, and not shining through to the plate. And so I got like 3 models out of a whole plate worth that are actually usable, and the rest, I'm assuming when I drain everything, is just going to be a massive pile of resin caked to the bottom of the tub that I have to clean off, which is going to be fun. It's been a nightmare trying to learn it, honestly. I have been FDM printing for a couple years now. It's been great. It's a little like nerve-wracking at first, but honestly, it's super easy for the most part. But resin is just, I know once I get it going and once I figure out what I'm doing wrong and all these little details, it'll be fine. But just the mess and the hassle and the fumes and all of it, it's a lot worse than doing FDM printing. But I know the mini results are going to be like amazing once I get there. So I'm looking forward to that phase. But I have to say I'm very discouraged, having been someone who jumped right in on FDM printing and had no such issues. Like, okay, that's not true. I've had one FDM printer kill itself, and that happened within the past couple months. But I've been printing for years and had like no major issues overall besides that. So like, I put it off for 9 months because I was worried about the hassle and the extra work and whatever. And I feel like validated for that now, but also, like I said, feeling discouraged because I have tons of models I want to print, tons of ideas. I'm getting whole sets going here. Like, I'm super stoked. I'm super into, and it's an ADHD hyperfixation thing. Within a couple months, I'm going to be burned out. I want to make sure I have figured out the resin printer by that point, or else when I come back to this hyperfixation, I'm never going to use it. What's up, Joel? You resin printing now? Ah! So, my first test print, which was just the chess pieces that came on the flash drive for it, printed to the bottom of the tub. So I just got a thick resin circles on the bottom of the tub. Scraped it off, cleaned everything again, ran it again. That one worked. I broke it trying to get it off the plate because it sat overnight, but it worked. So I filled up a plate full of minis, which was my mistake. I was feeling confident. Printed it. It took 8 hours today. And like 4 actual mini things, like 2 bases and 2 or 3 minis printed. Like this whole corner of it. A bunch of supports printed, but not what was supposed to be on the supports. And then a whole third of the plate is just empty. And I'm fairly certain once I go drain it, it's just going to be a bunch of resin baked on the bottom. And last time it was for just those little circles, it was already hell to get off the bottom. I'm super worried about not tearing up that tub trying to get the resin off the bottom. I don't know if I'm not leveling it right. I don't know. Wah. But it's also so much mess to try to clean up and dissect everything without getting it everywhere that, I don't know. It's a lot. It's exactly what I worried about. But I want to be able to print stuff like this. And I have so many models and ideas that I know I will get there. What AI news is there? I don't know why Twitch keeps saying that that's the title of the stream, because we're definitely not talking about AI today. But I'm going to try to dry brush a little bit of highlights on this guy, which again, I suck at, but we're going to try. And then we're going to move on to model number 5. I've already printed, or not printed, not yet. I've already painted 4 models. This part has been the easy part. I was always nervous because I have super shaky hands and stuff. I was nervous. This would be the hard part. This is the easy part for me now. How do you deal with the I'm reading 2 chats at once. How do you deal with the fumes? I have the Saturn II, which has an air filter kind of system built in. So for the most part, I just like turn on the fan and open the screen door, and it's fine for the most part. I put on a mask whenever I open it, or pull my shirt up or whatever. I need to be a little bit more careful about it, but like I have one with an air filtration thing built in. And worst case, I actually have a duct, like a hole cut in my ceiling with a duct where I put a fume exhauster in there for my like soldering iron and stuff back when my workbench was in here. And so I can get that set up pointed at that area with, there's a fan in the ceiling that will just push it out of the crawl space. If I really need to push more fumes. Like I got a little dial here, I can turn it on and stuff. I'm trying to avoid that. But if it, like I have a cat in here, so if I feel the fumes are uncomfortable, especially for the cat, then I'm not gonna risk it. All right, I'm gonna get some of the other minis. So these are the ones I have primed so far. Thanks, Joel. Super appreciate you. We'll chat soon. You are an amazing human being. Thought you were doing 2 chats, but I can't find your live on YouTube. I will link it if you'd prefer to watch in 4K and not on a platform that's set on outing itself. Okay. Gotta say, the 4K YouTube feed is beautiful, Chris. Hell yeah. Alright. What's up, Beifong? Alright, so here are the other minis that I have primed. I forgot the name of it. People have assigned a goofy name to this style of priming where you do like a black undercoat and then you do white primer on top. It has a name. It's basically just shadows and highlights. We don't gotta be fancy about it, but I've got this groupie demon guy. Got an Oni. Got a couple ghouls. A couple of these ghouly boys. A couple devils. And then another angelic tight that we're gonna paint. So I'm just here to kind of chat and hang out and try streaming again. Yeah, you don't even get transcoding on Twitch. How's that? Bad luck. Fridays are usually busier streaming days. Like, this is all covered in my OBS course I linked, by the way. But Twitch transcoding works on availability based on where you are, how many people are streaming at that time, and so on. And so if you have a different... Why is there a heart blocking my chat? YouTube, how is that helpful? Anyway, with Twitch chat, it's based on server availability, and Friday evenings are when everyone's going to be streaming. So between that and pushing the higher bit rate, I just don't have it. I'm not worried about it. Go watch on YouTube. It's the cool place. It's the Cool Kids Club. All right, what should we paint first? I've already painted a couple of these devils. That was the kind of first round I did here. So I know they're super dark on that camera. Oh, I haven't done my... I'm pulling them off and calling them done. I haven't done the dry brushing yet. I was supposed to not get the minis. I was supposed to get my rag. Figured they would have prioritized you. I have not spoken with a Twitch employee since Ueshi... I don't know how to say his name. I feel so bad for it every time. But Ueshi Shin, their old video engineer. I interviewed him for the RTX 3000 series launch for talking about AV1 and the importance of it on Twitch and all of that. He went to work for TikTok. That is the only time and the last time that I have spoken with anyone at Twitch. And I'm not someone who thinks I'm entitled to anything. But I think it says a lot, especially because I do have contacts and I do get to do fun stuff on YouTube's back end. All right, I'm gonna lower my bitrate for YouTube. We keep getting every once in a while a little bit of drop frame spike, which tells me I'm pushing. Something's wrong with the physical layer of my internet connection here. So we'll drop to 28 kilobits per second, or 28 megabits per second. We're streaming in HEVC. That should be fine. But yeah, like I said, I am not someone who thinks or feels or anything that I am entitled to jack. But I do think it's strange, given my position, what I've done, what I've done for as long as I've done, and the fact that people on most other platforms are interested in chatting with me to help disseminate that information. That just no one at Twitch has reached out or cares, I guess. I think it's weird. I don't think people are allowed to multi-stream on Twitch, YouTube anymore. I'm also an affiliate. I've never been allowed to, but ban me. All right, so dry brushing is the act of taking a not wet brush, which is complicated if you're doing multiple colors because you then need a bunch of different brushes. Taking your paint, getting a little bit on there, and then you seemingly counterproductively brush it all off, so you only just get a little bit to flick on highlights. Now this is something I struggle with because it feels like I really just can't just brush off a little bit of paint and still have anything actually come off to get highlights, or if it does, it makes it kind of streaky. But I am learning. This is only my 4th model. Getting there. Yeah, I mean, realistically, what do we got? Thank you for the 100 bits. Realistically, what is the worst that's going to happen to me, given that I'm not dependent on YouTube? Anyone trying to grow their audience, or whose audience is based on Twitch, or whose income is dependent on Twitch, I would say steer away from breaking those rules. But for me, who's not dependent on Twitch in any way, shape, or form, worst case scenario, they give me some good memes and content by banning me. Like, see, I have this anti-authoritarian side of me, or if I think rules are unreasonable, then I'm not going to care about the consequences of them. And thus, I'm all too happy to break them. That's why I'm responsible about it, as someone with a platform and the position of an educator, where I tell people to do as I say and not as I do, unless they want to take on the same risks that I do. Oh yeah, I was just saying that this is only my 4th mini. So, any mistakes I'm making or not, doing the best, I'm learning as I go, since I struggle with dry brushing. So I actually think that worked. It's a little strong up here, but given that's the upper wing, just give a nice little kick to those feathers. We got lots of layers going on, dark on the inside. I love just how easy it is to get like good results with this, that feel like it's so rewarding. It's so rewarding right away. All right, we're gonna risk it and try to do some yellow dry brush for his hair. It's gonna be a mistake. Just get a little kick of highlight there. That's fine. And we're gonna try to put a tiny bit of highlight on his little loincloth setup there. This music, by the way, is a preview of an upcoming backing track album, by the way. Music for your streams and videos, backingtrack.gg. And realistically, I think a lot of people just use like makeup brushes and stuff for dry brushing. I don't have any on hand. But yeah, this is the upcoming... Actually, I don't know if the album is announced yet, so I'll just say it's an upcoming backing track album that I am super freaking stoked for. All right. Got the highlights. It's not super noticeable. It doesn't matter. So this one is ready to be super glued to a base and then hit with some varnish later. Well, tomorrow or sometime this weekend. All right, I had a base and glue. Actually, I'm gonna leverage our little dab of really crappy poster stuff. Put a little bit on there. Don't gotta take it all off because a little bit will help with the adhesion first, but you don't want it to like have any depth to it that keeps the glue from setting. Oh, I realize you can't even see that. If any glue leaks out, then I'll just paint over it on the base once it's dry. Shaky hands and just completely knock it off. Alright, so I'm going to take this magnetic piece of my little thing off and just let that stuff dry. Got an odd question. Is your workshop attached to your house like a garage, or is it a separate building? It is in a garage. I have a whole vlog series up on the channel building it if you are interested, on the main channel, on the EposFox channel. Do got a fair bit of space in here. It is always cramped with stuff because I'm terrible and have way too many hobbies, but I am very privileged to have the space that I have. Our overhead camera here today is the Nexigo Iris, by the way. Alright, I want to do something a little different. I did a bunch of demon dudes. I did an angel. I either want to do this grotesque thing that I'm not even sure what I want to do with it yet, or the Oni. I'm not sure. Make sure YouTube's not still yelling at me here. Nah, we good. I need to set up memberships for Analog Dreams. I keep getting emails from YouTube being like, hey, you don't got memberships on. What, do you hate money? Which, fair. I don't know if I can set it up while we're live, though. Because I'm pretty sure I gotta, like, upload a bunch of stuff. I will say a big priority with my space was having it be completely open, because I spent so long working out of bedrooms in really small spaces that I wanted depth to do whatever I wanted. But if you do have a huge like warehouse kind of area, I would personally strongly recommend like planning out a couple rooms to start and actually sectioning it off. Like, I do wish I had a second floor or something for a couple sectioned off rooms, because that would be very helpful. All right, finish setting up memberships. We're gonna do this super quick. We're gonna hang out together. I'll flip this scene on real quick. You guys can vote in chat while I'm doing this super quick. Ugly troll monster or shadowy Oni? Which one am I painting? Alright, we're gonna just do one level. I'll call this Lost Tapes. That's fine. Done. Submit for review. Actually, that's what I wanted to check real quick. Which one should I paint, y'all? Test device? With a party of 6? What's up? Hope y'all are having a great start to your weekend. I'm trying to find an email that I am incompetent at finding here. There we go. Nice. All right. Okay, I gotta name these real quick. Hope y'all are having a great start to your weekend. We are doing a just kind of chill stream, just hanging out. I am gonna paint some minis. This has been my obsession lately, is miniature painting for D&D campaigns. So we're just hanging out, working on that. I am streaming from a new setup, just doing a lot of A lot of weird stuff. We're gonna call the first tier blank cassettes. I can set up all the rest of the stuff later. The second tier will be lost tapes. Howdy howdy test device. And our third tier would just be Betamax. That's fine. I can update all of these later. Submit for review. Addy, the person who likes to be super productive by doing everything everywhere all at once. You're darn right. You're gersh darn right. Been following your socials for a minute, but the first time catching the stream, gorge setup, obviously. Thank you. It is a train wreck right now, but that's fine. Oh, I never switched camera back. That's alright. Alright, I think we're gonna do the Oni. I don't even know what he's supposed to look like yet. So he's got this long, curvy staff. He's got his flowing hair. He's got his robe. I'm gonna flick on my noise reduction while the AC is on. I do apologize. Flick. Should mostly work. It's Elgato's noise reduction. Alright. Mood. Alright. So I'm gonna look up a reference image real quick. D&D Oni. What kind of stuff we looking at? Looks like they're bluish gray, often. And then yeah, just shadowy, gray robe, tan robe, gray hair. What's up, Postal XP? Thank you for stopping by the stream. Maybe like Akuma. That could be pretty colorful. I'm liking the colorful style. Bright red hair. I dig it, actually. I dig it. We can go for the red hair. Alright. Which means it's time for our base coats. Got my wet palette just off screen. Oh god, it's leaking. Why is it leaking? Mother. This is why I should have done everything at the workbench. I want to have an easy way to stream from the workbench over here, so. If I want, I could set cameras up. I already had everything set up to set cameras up, but I wouldn't easily be able to see chat. And I didn't want to just not talk. Alright. So we're gonna do kind of a tannish gray for the robe. So I'm gonna get this light brown. We're gonna mix it with some gray. What camera are you using? This is my A-cam's the Sony A7S II with the big Cinema 16mm lens on it. The overhead camera is the Nexigo Iris webcam. Oh, that doesn't help. No, I don't want to risk getting water all over my desk mat. Not enough gray to even make a difference. Alright, that's probably fine for now. We are going to hit, I think, the robe first. Yeah, I'm liking that. Let me Bring my mic over here so I can actually lean into it and see what I'm doing. I'll add some color to the tassels later. Or whatever these little bits are supposed to be. Hope y'all are having a great start to your weekend. It has been a crazy week, y'all, with all the Twitch drama, all the other drama. I'm ready to just chill and play Diablo 4 this weekend. I was going to do that tonight, but I decided I haven't streamed in long enough. I wanted to stream this process, which I was going to do before I played Diablo, so I probably won't get to Diablo tonight. I played on the night I finished publishing everything to the course, and then have not played in a couple days, so I'm missing out, y'all. I only made it to like level 9. Guess I'll go ahead and try to get a little bit of a coat on the inside of his stuff here. I won't try to be perfect. If someone's looking up the butt of my miniatures, I don't really care what they see at that point. That was on them. Did my music stop? No, it's still going. I just can't hear it now. There we go. Something that really surprised me about miniature painting was watching all the videos and stuff on it. Like, it seems like this really crafty process where like everything is planned out and like executed to mastery in order to get things to look great. But honestly, it's mostly just winging it and fixing it as you go. Like, even from people who do like professional jobs. Like, you just kind of start getting in there. And like, you can have a plan and stuff, but there's not a lot of secrets to it from what I've seen. The secret is just getting the practice in. And I say that as someone who's quite pleased with his own results. And I arguably have not gotten the practice in because I've only done 4. That's what's so rewarding about it. Yeah, this is a lot worse bending over the shorter table than my workbench. Wow. That's alright. If I can't move tomorrow, I can just blame... I can tell my wife that Twitch chat, or YouTube chat, is to blame. They'll be fine with it. Right? I guess it's unlikely that YouTube's gonna approve my membership's offer at 10 o'clock on a Friday. I can dream. Yeah, alright. Definitely adding to the to-do list to figure out a monitor situation for me to look at chat at the workbench. Is the struggle bus life. Alright, I'm gonna have his pants be a slightly different color. Just to kind of break it up here. 'Cause that's gonna be a lot of grayish tan in the end. It's gonna be kind of boring looking if I make it all the same color. Live with AV1. We are using HEVC. The rig this is on only has a Titan RTX. We don't got that AV1 life over here. But HEVC is good too. Better than H.264. Only a Titan. I know what I said. I just meant in terms of age and codec capabilities. Still quite the beefy card, that's why it runs my art rig. Costs significantly more than the RTX 4090 too. About 1.5 times as much. Alright. So, main layer of the top and the cape, already done. That's a base coat. We'll have to layer it again. We're gonna go for pants. I think we're gonna go for more of a lighter... I'm gonna try to mix a blue-gray. I am not having much luck mixing these mini paints, honestly. Like, I've been getting pretty frustrated. They don't mix how I want, but... I'm gonna try. Just paid off my 4090 halfway. That's how I felt about one of my capture cards. It's funny that it's sitting here not in use as I go to talk about it, but this singular capture card costs more than the 4090. It took me over a year to pay off. For it to sit here on my desk. I might add a little white to it. Hey, what's up, Kana? Taking your advice, doing the mini streams. Alright, now it needs more blue. God damn it. RE320 or RE20? It is the black RE20. I had the Ethos over here. It's kind of my more favorite microphone these days, but I have big old flat, basically wall kind of thing right next to me. And between that, the reverb, or reflections rather, off of that, and the HVAC right here, the Ethos is good, but that was just like a brutal scenario for it. Went back to the old dynamic. I told you it'd be fun. Yeah, the only problem, as I'm sure everyone else is tired of me complaining about, my desk here is much lower than my workbench. So I'm like hunching over significantly more. So that's struggle bus, but I will figure out a way to get chat over on my workbench. Alright, we're getting like a sky blue. I don't think that's what I was going for, but it'll work for the pants. Like I said, I like just doing colorful minis, even if it's not canonically accurate or whatever. Biblically accurate, Oni. Add 8 eyes to it, you know. Just trying to get the base coat over here. Thank you for the Prime sub. That doesn't count against the Partner Plus Pro Max Ultra program. Need that standing desk. I'm gonna have one for my B-roll table. It's that one behind me that's covered in shit at the moment. It's actually a Flexa spot too, but no, I don't. All of my desks are set up in a way that converting them to sit stand would just be too much of a problem. Between the stuff I have mounted in them and all the shelves and stuff above it, like, I would have no room to actually raise them. But I do have it for my B-roll table. I've got, like, both of my wife and my desks in the house are sit stand. Like, I'm about that life where it works. By all means. Alright, yeah, even though it doesn't make sense for a shadowy creature, I am loving the blue with the tan. Just as some contrast. It doesn't look great right now, but once it gets darkened with washes and stuff, I think having the contrast was the right call, because all that tannish gray together would just be blah. I like going for a cartoony vibe so far. I'm sure my style will change a million times as I figure out new techniques. Like, I can't figure out, like, black lining at all at the moment, so I would love to go for that cel-shaded, like, Borderlands DBZ style look, but my hands are probably too shaky for that big picture. You needed a $1,600 tooth implant, so instead you got a crown and got a $40.90. Jensen Huang, thanks you very much. You don't have memberships turned on this channel? Yeah, I literally just applied for them. They sent out a bonus if you turn them on. So I get the feeling no one's gonna approve it tonight, but that's fine. I mainly put it off because I didn't feel like I haven't had time to build emojis for it or anything, so I was like, why would I set it up if I have nothing to offer? You know, me turning down money as always. You know, it's okay if your wife sees you watching my streams, right, dude? We don't do anything inappropriate over here. We don't yell at kids over Fortnite on this channel. Well, you never know. Since I'm multi-streaming, maybe a Twitch employee will show up to tell me I'm so wrong, bro. Alright, that's about good for the first coat on these pants. We're getting some pretty ugly looks at the moment, but I have learned through doing all of these so far that if it looks ugly early on, just keep going, and you can just keep layering it, and it just looks freaking amazing. And every mistake, as long as you keep layering it, ends up looking like you meant to do it. Alright. So for our boots, what do we want to do? Most of these are barefoot. Oh yeah, I was supposed to use that blue for his skin, not the pants. That's fine. He'll be white-skinned. Like, ghostly white. Let's not do that. Yeah. Oh, hey. You're a fellow Kentuckian. What up? That's cool to see. I, like, rarely see any creators or anything from my areas, so it sucks. I have a main big cabin, a small secondary house, and a big warehouse storefront. Dude, that is the property that I want. Like, I used to want bigger and bigger warehouses and to rent office space and stuff, but at this point I just want a big ass, like, warehouse or double story garage thingy on my property. I'm not gonna have employees. I don't want to travel for work. There's this one house in my neighborhood. Actually, I should not disclose that. There's a house in my neighborhood that is very impressive with the amount of add-on storage building it has, given we're in, you know, suburbs. I'll say that. I guess I shouldn't give specifics. But it shocks me that they have what they have on their property, given, like I said, we're in the middle of the suburbs. We're not... Alright, I'm loving the white. Paper white, ghostly white. Not Caucasian. That's not what I'm saying. About to get canceled for the 20th time this week. Can't see? Can't see what? Moving over to Twitch chat because YouTube chat isn't working properly. That's disappointing. So tables outside where I sell wooden pallets and woodworking projects. That's pretty sick. I dig it. Yeah, I don't know if it'll help me, but I ordered one of those like diamond cutter visor things with the magnifying glass on it for one eye. See if it'll help me with this. I'm sure it won't, and I'll return it, but... My only problem with getting property like far out is it is very hard to get good internet if you're not in certain areas. Our fiber rollout is improving, but not that level where I'd feel comfortable in a lot of places. On top of the fact that we just like being near civilization and shopping and food and whatever. We have friends that live out in the middle of nowhere where like the only restaurants they have available is just like this one little small town pizza place. And it's like, how could you live that way? And clearly it works for them and that's fine. But even as someone who cooks a ton, like I feel like I'd go crazy. They have really nice place though, like it's probably worth it for the place and the yard and the property and all that, but I'm seeing E-Man paint. What the hell is E-Man? Is that am I like He-Man without the H? V-Man? Getting up under the hair. Oh, I almost stuck that on my soda can. I knew that was a risk. There's this one artist I watch every once in a while. She sells a dirty paint water mug so that like you see it and it's like bright nuclear colors. So when you go to drink out of it, you're like, oh shit, don't drink out of that one. Depends. Almost all the main townships out here have crazy good fiber. Well, that's sick. Yeah, I could not survive on Starlink. Well, that's really good to know. Because even here in the suburbs, like... Google really screwed us up with their attempted fiber rollout and then cancellation. And so AT&T has kind of struggled, and Comcast was supposed to run 2 gig fiber, but I don't know if they ever actually did. I'm getting the white on the brown there, but that's fine. I can go back and fix it. Not a big deal. Just got to get the coverage on first. Always fix little details later. Getting a dish an option. Dish internet sucks. I just couldn't live with it. Once again, these are Either the Chillwave and Sleepwave albums from Backing Track or a preview of an upcoming album. That's backingtrack.gg if you want free music for your streams and videos and podcasts. I've been putting out some S tier stuff lately. The faces on these pre-made models are always so garbled. Like, I don't even worry about making them look good because they're just blurry and goobity goop. All right, we're getting something that looks like something. Say we do hair next and then start tackling the boots and the belt. This one's moving very quickly. I kind of like doing this with chat. I just need something that ain't gonna kill my back. Yeah, my memberships are not getting approved tonight. That's a pipe dream. That's all right. All right, for hair, I feel like we just gotta go black, especially since we don't have any black at the moment. Did you know flamingos turn pink because of what they eat? Yeah, they eat shrimp. I think sun kisses why your hair's orange. My hair's not even orange right now. It's just the lights. My hair is mostly my normal color with a little bit of the blue that I dyed in it still there. So almost like a greenish blue. Right, I've got some of this like... Oh, we were gonna do Akuma colors. Okay, so I've got some of this reddish black I'm gonna put on first. And if the red doesn't show through, yeah, it's just kind of brown. We will put red on top. Let me just get this on first. Good enough. All right, we'll put some red on top of that once it dries a little bit. Yeah, my beard's got some red in it, but I only got a couple years before that completely turns gray. All right, we're not looking too bad so far. Need to take a look at what the weapon might look like. Probably just like brownish for the handle, silver for the blade. All right, what color do we want this belt to be? He's got a little belt that sways with his cape action going on there. If I want to go super colorful, I could go a green or purple. It's kind of clashy. What's up, Nick? I go Kraken blue, just get super colorful? No. I think we just go the super dark brown. Where's my other brown? Here it is. Bear brown. I think that's working for me. Oh no, I gave him a knee pad. It's fine. What are y'all thoughts on all the crazy Twitch news going on lately since we're doing a stream? Y'all got any thoughts to share with the class? Be it the attempt at changing the branded rules, the new Partner Plus Pro Max program, XQC being financially motivated to never recover from his gambling addiction. Any of it? I guess a lot of gambling people, like gambling addicts, are financially motivated to not recover from their addiction. So maybe that's not even like a jab at that point. Kana, if you're still there, what kind of markers did you say was good for the lining? I like processed it and then forgot about it already. I need to open a tab for it. Alright, I gotta figure out... I mean, we got the basics down. We've got his skin, hair, cape, belt, pants. We just gotta figure out these boots. Everyone is flailing and no one knows what to do. Yep. That sounds accurate. What do Oni boots look like? I mean, like, the Akuma style is just like wraps. But we're already doing... And weirdly enough, it's definitely a boot he's wearing. But... his toes show through. It makes no sense. Alright, I'm thinking these little indents should be straps. So what do we think about XQC going to kick? I mean, I can't imagine a scenario where an addict of anything should be getting a multi-million-dollar contract to go indulge in that thing that he's trying to get away from. Like, I just feel really bad for him. Obviously, a supposed $100 million is insane. It's one of those 2-year things, and they probably learned from the mixer contracts to not have a clause in there to pay out if they go under. And I don't know if Kick is lasting 2 years. So, I don't know that he'll get any of that money. But at this point, like, I'm genuinely concerned that Stake is just using Kick as a money laundering scheme. Like, I feel like it seems super suspicious that a gambling company is paying hundreds of millions of dollars to creators that one of their top creators has already shown a ton of it just goes right back to Kick through the, or back to Stake through the gambling. That sounds like some sort of money manipulation scheme to me. Get tax breaks or whatever by running massive losses on one company while still getting a chunk of it back on another. Also able to like boost how your company, how that second company, you know, the Stake company there looks to investors if they're just funding themselves and thus getting a ton of extra money in. Like, I'm just super suspicious of that, y'all. All right, we are going to do a little bit of silver for his boots. I'm going to do white for his... I don't know how to read these. Okay, so I'm going to do silver for the cuffs. And then white for his feet, and then we'll just do black for his sandals. Well, let's say YouTube comes to you and offers you the next big deal. Are you going to take it, or are you going to... YouTube is not a platform covered in terrible people run by a gambling company. So yeah, if YouTube offers me a deal, even an exclusivity deal, for that, you know, for like life-changing money, there would be no reason to even like think about it. Kick is not YouTube. It's, yeah, not even comparable. If Kick comes to me and offers that, it would have to be a lot of money, and I would have to think about it a lot, because it would be quite literally selling out my morals. And for the right paycheck, given that I don't get to control where people stream or whatever anyway, could be worth it. Because you could weigh the net positive of getting a big influx of cash, which allows me to support my family indefinitely, put my kid through college, and then scale up my education to continue teaching people. You could argue that the net positive to the world of taking in that influx of cash and using it for good is worth streaming on Kick for a little bit, assuming that that one wasn't exclusive. That's a very different ballgame from YouTube. Yeah, Kick is run by Stake, which is a gambling company. It was literally built to house the streamers that were getting banned off of Twitch for still streaming gambling, because Twitch wanted to get rid of gambling streams because they're terrible. They're a nightmare for payment processors, and no one should be streaming gambling to kids. And the gambling company that everyone was gambling with anyway saw an opportunity to use Amazon's own streaming services built on Twitch's backend to just spin up their own little streaming site as a quick cash grab, bring on those creators that were getting banned from Twitch as a little hurrah to win over their PR, and still have gambling streams. That is their only priority here. They're not interested in helping you grow as a creator. They don't want to hashtag support small streamers. And they sure as hell don't have any good morals, given Trainwrecks and Aiden Ross are their big faces. And yeah, that's what I kept saying. XQC is literally like a recovering gambling addict. It is unacceptable to put him in that kind of position. Like, I can't even blame him for being the one to take it because he should not be put in this position. The analogy I was using earlier was like, imagine an alcoholic being pushed to get a sponsorship with a booze company. Like, what the hell? But no one's taking gambling addiction seriously when it's this big, popular, profitable content format. So I don't think a single damn person on the internet's actually looking out for XQC's best interests right now, including himself. I think running on AWS argument is a bit lame because they can always switch to a different provider. Yeah, it's IVS that's the problem, which is literally Twitch's own backend. And there aren't a whole lot of providers for that. They would have to build it out. And while they're willing to drop millions and millions of dollars sponsoring creators because that money is literally just going to be spent gambling back with them, I doubt they're willing to spend that same kind of money building out infrastructure because they probably don't intend to use it for very long. And because there's no way that that could be profitable. As we have seen by literally every other competitor shutting down and not being profitable. And even Twitch taking forever to even try to be profitable. And we see their desperation even right now to try to be profitable. So Amazon's laughing to the bank because they got what they wanted from Twitch. And Twitch's own competition is now paying Amazon anyway. So Twitch may suffer a little bit here. But Amazon is literally just banking from it. Hey! My memberships got approved. Alright, if you refresh the stream, I should have memberships active on this YouTube channel that we're streaming on Analog Dreams here. And you can pledge to it. Support me doing these artsy videos, trying to get a good balance between the channels going. Freaking sick! I can't believe they approved it at 11 p.m. on a Friday night. Shouts out to whoever's working late over at YouTube. Alright, we're gonna do white for his feet. I just want to point out that TikTok's entire live thing at this point is being run by the guy who built Twitch's infrastructure. So, take that information for what it means. Getting through the OBS Master Course, thanks for putting it together. Thank you for purchasing it and supporting me and enjoying it. Hope you found it helpful. Hope you share, not literally share the contents, because that would technically be piracy, but hope you share a link to it or awareness of it to a friend. You might have it activated in the back end. Might have to activate it in the back end, not showing up yet. It may just take time. Oh, finish setup. It's on. Oh my god, I got a custom. Alright, hold on. Ugh, they make this so. There's so much friction with YouTube stuff. Like, I get a little condescending about it because I think if you just deal with it, like, you're gonna be fine. But YouTube does add unnecessary friction to things. Alright, I'm just gonna go default emoji for now and badges and stuff. I'll go whip up some fancy AI ones later. Announce memberships. Yeah, I'm doing that. Is it on? No, 75... Posts welcome new members. Why am I creating a community post when I can't turn on members yet? Hi, thanks for joining my channel membership. I will post more soon, LOL. Done. Turn on. Turn on. Now memberships is live. There's probably still a little bit of a delay before it goes live, but all right. Back to our Oni. I'm loving the white skin. I am glad I went this route. I think it adds that ghostly effect. And it will contrast nicely with all the red, you know, hellish stuff I've been doing in terms of where it fits in my campaign. So stoked for that. But yeah, honestly, hey, Kana's first! Thank you. I shouldn't have yelled. My screen is open. My neighbors could totally hear me. I'm probably the worst neighbor when I stream. I still remember doing a Pokemon stream. I guess this was 2021 at this point. Just doing a normal TCG opening stream, but I always did those late at night. And I had the screen open because it gets toasty in here. And it gets cool at night. And I like cycling out the air so it doesn't get stale in here. And I got like the card I wanted from the set and just kind of lost it for a minute. And my wife, who was asleep upstairs in our bedroom, but our bedroom windows are, we don't have the storm component, so they're super thin. And they texted me being like, shut up, I can hear you all the way in the house. It was fun. All right, feet are a little messy. We can clean them up. But yeah, I agree. I think we're at the point. So I don't get why they don't add AV1 to Twitch. Given they were the one leading the charge on it, trust me. I don't either. I left ice cream out. That sucks. But yeah, given that Twitch was literally the one leading the charge for AV1 game streaming for years and years before anyone would dare talk about it themselves, I gotta wonder just how severe the exodus of employees and whatever was to cause them to not have the people to continue with it. Or if they truly have just, from Amazon or whatever, completely cut all development costs. Because realistically, what dev time have we seen Twitch put in? What have they developed in recent memory? A couple little community features. Everything else has been advertising focused. New banner ads, new ads that show up alongside your stream. Like, what have they actually put dev time in on to change the platform in a significant way, other than advertising? To me, that says that whoever's in charge is 100% on a lockdown to purely focus on revenue. And the way corporations work for that especially sucks. Because revenue would come more if they weren't so locked into pushing everyone away. Like, I'm not going to pretend all the money in the world is just going to show up But I feel like they're really screwing themselves right now. And it sucks to watch. Like, I've said this a million times before, but I actively want Twitch to succeed. From like multiple different angles. From the fact that it's been a core part of my life at pivotal moments in my life. My proposal to my wife was streamed on Twitch. I streamed major events. I streamed one of my first college experiences. Streaming has been pivotal and core to my life, with Twitch involved every step of the way. So between that and the fact that just like Twitch used to stand for something, I think everything it stood for went away once it gained so much popularity. Like, not even of their own fault, but just of the nature of counterculture becoming normal culture, or like more mainstream culture. It's just inherent to the process. So like, it's not their fault that for all the things they used to stand for that they don't. But like, it used to stand for something and mean something. And I don't want to see that just get ran into the ground. There are a lot of people who have a vested interest in telling you when Twitch is dead so they can promote their channels on whatever other platform. And then 180 and be like, lol, JK, I'm coming back. I'm not one of those people. I actively want Twitch to succeed, even if, you know, I don't spend a ton of time streaming to it anymore. And it sucks to watch them just flounder for years. Like, I've been saying this for 4 years now. And if, you know, I was to ask the question when I thought it would get better, I don't think it will. Like, I see no trajectory in which these things are going to get better. I see no evidence that they're capable of getting better. From everything I hear from everyone who talks about it, upper management shuts down employees when they do have ideas. They completely ignore their ambassadors until there is backlash, and then they tell their ambassadors, no, we hear you, we're gonna fix it, I promise, guys, it's all a big misunderstanding. And those ambassadors either quit or don't understand why no one believes them anymore. And they continue, like I said, to just not develop things. And it's super weird because Twitch used to lead innovation at some point. I think the last major platform shifts that weren't just advertising focused that they did was when they just copied all the Mixer stuff, which started out as Twitch bot features, by the way, just not developed by Twitch. But when they just copied all the Mixer stuff whenever Mixer shut down. So that was 2019. No, that was 2020. My bad. Like 2020 may have been the last big dev period for Twitch. And then they just stopped. Twitch realized they had a monopoly. They didn't though. That I think is the hard realization they're realizing. Is that Twitch had no monopoly. Streaming was on YouTube first. Ustream, Livestream, Hitbox. When Twitch was really taking off, growing from Justin TV, there were a lot of competitors, and some of them were really compelling. And platforms like Ustream and live streaming, and some of those were strongly preferred by non-gaming crowds by a long shot. And Twitch itself is an incredibly small platform. Like, I think that's what they're, like, I think that's the problem, is they thought they had a monopoly. They had nothing close to it. So if they did think that they had a monopoly, they have been sorely misled by whoever convinced them of that. Someone even commented on my video, the "You have no future on Twitch" video, saying, well, my friend works for Twitch, and he says that they don't take any of this stuff seriously, that nothing could possibly hurt Twitch and they're fine. It's that literally that exact arrogance that is killing the platform from every angle. Doesn't matter whether it's the streamers, the viewers, or the execs, whoever is holding that kind of arrogance. That's exactly what's killing the platform right now. All right, I know I was doing a lot of that off camera so I could see it. We've got the gold, the brown handle, the silver plate on the blade itself. And I'm gonna put a little bit of silver on this little flayed tip here. Yeah, Mixer showed up, took all the popular features that people were using Twitch bots to do. Actually made it seem like they gave a damn and innovated in terms of the streaming tech and encoding and all that. And integrated with like Xbox and stuff at one point. And then Microsoft pulled pulled a Google and just yeeted it out of nowhere. I mean, I realized they existed before Microsoft, and getting acquired was probably the writing on the walls in the first place, but though I am curious why they acquired Beam. Like, did they integrate the tech into Teams or something? Like, what did they actually gain from it? But FTL went open source, didn't it? Because, like, Glimish used it and stuff. It's used in Azure. I mean, fair. I just feel like only some of it. Huh. That also feels silly, given that it wasn't that long until SRT came to be. To be fair, I don't have... Given that every other small streaming platform is pretty much shut down at this point, I don't have any reason to believe that Beam would have survived long independent. Like, no one else is doing it. Beam was innovative, but like... Beam wasn't independent. It was funded by MC Pro Hosting. I did not realize that. Okay. Fair enough. That sounds like a better recipe for success. Huh. That was the first mixer partner. Oh. Well, ain't you fancy, Kana? Girl, you fancy. Alright, I'm trying to add some black outlines to the sandals so you at least see them and they don't just stay gray. That's almost a complete first coat here. Just got a bunch of black on the toes. That really sucks. But make it work. Details aren't great, but it's fine. Beam was started so and Venom could have his own streaming service. Well, that is fascinating. Alright, and just like that, we have our first coat. Then he never streamed there besides the first test stream. Well, that's something. Fascinating. Alright, making a quick second pass on this jacket. I think I'm gonna hit the jacket with like a reddish wash. Throw a little bit of a second color in it. Not really a jacket, it's more like a caped tank top. I'm gonna end up getting like a microscope camera for these streams or something, aren't I? It's clearly it can't focus at this specific range. Second coat on this, looking great. Where's the probe lens? I would need so much light to make that work. I would be sweating and blinded. To make it work for something right in my face, that would be brutal. Alright, we're gonna do a coat on his pants again. Wet palettes are the best. It feels like a cheat code for painting. Like, I can't believe I had never heard of them before. Actually, that's not true. I have. I've seen them before. I just didn't understand the application? So I can't believe I didn't take them seriously before, I guess is what I should say. What's up, Anonymous? Alright, we're gonna put a coat of red on his hair to mix in with that brown. get some of them Akuma vibes going. Thin it out a little bit. Really don't want to get it on his face because it's going to turn the whole ass face pink, and I did it anyway. It's fine. I'll make it work. So I have to recoat the skin anyway. All right. Next is the skin. I have some mixer gear. They launched Pride gear in 2020, right as they were shutting down. So I ordered some mixer Pride gear that they were perfectly fine to sell after they announced they were shutting down. It was amazing. Truly felt like they knew what they were doing from a business perspective. I still wear it in videos sometimes because it's fun. I like wearing the shirts of dead video platforms in my videos. Actually, I kind of liked the blotchy skin. I kind of regret painting it again. The blotchy skin for like a ghostly figure was kind of doing it for me. Well, that person sounds like a jerk. I hope they do not get in charge of someone else's well-being on a website or job again in the future. 'Cause that sounds awful. Second coat on the feet. We're about to start putting a wash on already. I'm getting so much faster at this. This is super cool. I was editing the course and stuff around it, but it took me sessions over 3 days to do my first one. And obviously I was learning everything as I went and watching videos and stuff, but this is my second one I've turned around start to finish today. Well, assuming we finish. Assuming I finish. Y'all are chatting with me, but you're not actually doing the work. I don't know. I know it's super particular, but I can't stand it when like streamers or YouTubers attribute credit to something they did to the chat that literally didn't partake in it. If they were actually involved or like helped, yeah, that's fine. But when they attribute it to viewers that had nothing to do with the turn of events, the literal part of my brain is just like, that's wrong. You lied. Are you using your NDI setup? Here, not currently. I was gonna use one of the bird dog cams for my overhead cam, although I don't think it would have focused very well, honestly. But my computer wasn't seeing it for some reason. So we're using the Nexigo Iris 4K as the overhead here. And A7S2 as my little A cam here. Alright, the feet are honestly just gonna look kind of doo-doo. These details are blurry. It's got all sorts of mode lines going on from the factory. I'm not gonna pretend I can save it, but ain't no one wants to look at an Oni's feet. I say that and everyone's apparently obsessed with Lilith's feet in Diablo, so that's creepy, but alright, I think we need... I need to fix his face. Where I got the red in it. It's turning pink. Otherwise, I think we're ready for a wash already. Oh, I guess I should paint the base. I don't really have room to do eyes. I keep trying to do eyes with this marker, but like, those sockets are smaller than even my little marker point, so I think he's just gonna be a faceless Oni. And that's okay. Alright, let's get some paint on this base. I'll do some of this reddish black I made up earlier. Darker color will actually stand out with him for once. This was the color I was trying to use as the demon skin. It's just, the tone is right, or the shade is right, it's just way too dark. This has got to be one of the Sleepwave tracks. It sounds so much like a Pokemon, like, city theme. It sounds like almost Lavender Towny. Oh, I thinned it out too much. It's not matching. It's fine, it's fine. It's rocks. The bases are cool because you can do kind of whatever you want and just layer up a bunch of muck and grime. And for a fantasy setting, it pretty much always works. What's up, Cannonair? I can't wait to start making terrain. I have started building the maps for my one shot I'm doing and making stuff for. And so once I have a plan of like whatever terrain I might want for it, I'll get to work. But I didn't want to just start hacking away at what little foam I had without a bit of a plan. I won't need much terrain for that campaign, though. get this drying. Hello? There we go. Good start. We can start on washes while the base dries. What should we use? Oh no, I left my wash tray in the house again. That's fine, I'll make it work. I like the kitty on the mat, yeah. There's two. Oh, you can't see this one. Alright, we'll use this for washes. It's fine. I left paint on this on purpose to be like a decorative piece. I don't do this with all of my palettes. Alright. On his skin, we're gonna do pale gray. I can't believe we got memberships activated within this stream. That's hilarious. I just saw your tweet. Bullied Addy into streaming. Alright, let's do some pale gray for his skin. Get this one really wet. Thin out your washes. Get it nice and moist. You heard it here first in the Heathen Epos Fox's stream. Always get the skin moist. What's up, fish? Thank you for stopping by the stream. We have just about finished our first miniature, which is my second one today. Pretty wild. Definitely need to touch up that back before I wash. We'll try the pale gray wash on the silvery bits. It'll probably take away a lot of the sheen, but we'll try it. Gotta wash them feet. Them feet dirty, gotta wash them. Bro, these Chiprock songs are nuts. They're so good. Backingtrack.gg. They're not live yet, but be ready for them. Gotta get his face and chest here. These songs are so good. Holy crap. This is free music you could use in your streams and videos once they're live. We don't make beats, we make rock. I gotta not push my limits anymore. I'm walking on such thin ice these days. It's kind of fun, honestly. Especially because I don't do anything controversial. Like, that controversial. Like, I don't do anything problematic. I do things that are controversial. I don't do anything that's problematic. Well, I'm not perfect. I'm sure I've done something. But you know what I mean. Like, I'm not going to be outed as a predator or something, because that's not what I do. So pushing my luck on, like, poking at the things I do poke at as a troll is kind of fun. You end up ditching your Threadripper Pro. This stream is over on the Art Channel rig, which is just normal Threadripper. The Threadripper Pro rig is still in operation. I've just I've reinstalled Windows, and I'm seeing if that fixes it in the meantime. All right, I know you all can't see things in full focus, but that's looking a lot better now. He's got a lot of depth to his skin, so it's not just pasty white. We did lose a lot of sheen on the metallic bits, but that's okay. We gotta do a wash on his cape now once it's done drying here. Go on and use the rest of this gray on the base. Go past your limits, go beyond, plus ultra. Why are we talking about plus ultra? Is Hunter stream that delayed that I'm still talking about Twitch Plus Pro Max over there? Can we just say how ridiculous that plan is? I think someone did the math and it benefits like 1,000 partners at most. And it only benefits them up to a certain earning threshold, and then it stops benefiting them. Out of, I think there was 42,000, 43,000 partners. And you know, the rest of the streamers that want Twitch to support them, like, right after their other big controversy. Like, what the fuck, Twitch? They're just throwing away the keys. And it's extra frustrating because I absolutely do not want Kick to win. To win. To, you know, start succeeding over Twitch. Because of how terrible it is. But overall, I can't be surprised that it's happening when Twitch is acting this way. Oh, you said can't go past your limits. I see. Alright, got some depth on the base to dry. It always looks extra bubbly till it dries. We gotta get a shadow wash on his clothes and hair and weapon, and we're done. Alright, for the shadow wash, I remember. I wanted to do... I kind of wanted to do the reddish wash on his clothes, or on his cape, to just get a little bit of color in there instead of just black. So I'll mix it with the gray here. Get it extra wet. Wow, that's really light. I wasn't expecting that. Oh yeah, that's like pink. I don't think you can see that, but it's super bright and shiny. I'll spread that out. We gotta put some black in it now. Put some shadow wash. That's probably too much black, but whatever. The point is to add dark detail, not light detail here. Washes don't really do light detail very well. Oh yeah, seep into all those little crevices. think the most frustrating part of the whole Twitch scenario that's been unfolding is like ultimately I just want to know, like, is it bad upper management? Is it desperation? Are they that desperate for cash? Is Amazon threatening to cut them off if they don't make profits? Do they just have greedy execs? Did Dan Clancy just pull one over on everyone, trying to be like the nice guy that was streaming a lot and trying to get to know the community only to fuck them over? Or are they just that out of touch? Like, I just want to know so that we can make our decision accordingly and move on. Like, they're that desperate or that, like, demanded by execs to make more money, then we can move on and just let them die. I don't know. Did I do a wash on his face? Kinda doesn't look like I did. Huh. I don't want to do the super dark one on his face. On the hair, yes. Alright, I'm just gonna go on and hit his pants and stuff with the same wash. It'll contrast a little bit, but it'll be fine. That's looking a lot better. I still think I want to hit his face, give it a little bit more definition, but I will use up the rest of this on our base here. Just spread it around real quick, get some more texture going. There we go. Get some more gray for the face. Mix it up with a little bit of this darker stuff that's here. I don't think it'll make a difference, but we'll hit the face again. Actually, we'll just hit all the white skin again. Make it look extra like jaunted and ghouly. Are these your 3D prints you're painting? No, these are just models I've bought, or minis I've bought. My resin printing experience is not going well so far. I have a couple minis sitting in some water to clean overnight, and I'll try to cure tomorrow in the sun, but it's supposed to be a whole plate full, and that is not what I got. That was my first try. It's a mess of an experience, that's for sure. I think this one's just a random WizKid Oni model. But I needed some Onis for what I'm doing, so Alright, other than it drying and... Oh, we still got a dry brush. Do we got a dry brush highlights on an Oni? Maybe a tiny bit. We'll maybe do a tiny bit of highlights on him, but otherwise, he's got those... I know you can't see it. Those deeper lines in the pants and the jacket and on the skin. He's about ready for sealing up. Hello? There we go. Alright, we will let him dry for a while. I think I'm gonna put like a super quick base coat job on this big guy and then probably call it for the stream. We've already been going 2 hours. I do want to get a little bit of Diablo time in tonight, so... Are y'all hearing this? This goes! We're gonna get some green on this one. I know it's not supposed to be green. We'll figure it out as we go. Like I said, super quick base coat on this guy, and I'll peace out. Bro, this track. Chip rock, bro. It's amazing. It'll be releasing soon at backandtrack.gg for you to stream in your videos and stuff for free. It'll be a little bit, but soon. Goes hard, dude. I love it. This one's so big I'm running out of green already. The track before this one. Fairly certain it was Chip Rock. I was rocking out to that song for like 3 minutes. YouTube delay ain't that bad. This one's just Chill Wave. Or Sleep Wave. I don't know which album it's from. I'm not looking at it right now, but... Guy is so disgusting. For the final colors on this, I'm realizing I should have done this stream to TikTok too, so I could keep my TikTok live studio access. Oh well, whatever. For this guy, I think I'm doing the green as the undercoat, and then we'll do like a lighter brown on top. Go for that more like mountainous, ogre-y look. And then for the like barnacles and stuff, we'll go for like a real fleshy color. Make it super disgusting. Ew, I gotta paint his balls. Gross. Let's get a base coat on his loincloth and hair, and then we're done for tonight. Just super quick with these. We will go light gray for the hair. Too much, but that's okay. Alright, and I'll just go brown for the loincloth. I get a smaller brush. Oh, I missed some underbelly spots with the green, that's fine. Ain't nobody wanting to look down there anyway. Model is weird. The whole loincloth thing just like blends into the skin at different points. It's hard to tell when I'm supposed to be coloring what exactly, but for an initial coat pass, this is fine. Gray was a lot lighter on the hair than I thought, but I think it'll be fine once we darken everything up. Alright, I'm gonna get a lot of this light stuff just thrown on the terrain here. And we'll call it a night. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me. This has been a pleasure. I know I haven't streamed in forever. My schedule's been really wonky the past few months. I've only had like a couple work days a week or a work day a week. So like I'm behind on communication, I'm behind on things like my Nebula original series I haven't even been able to look at just because I barely had time to make videos, nevertheless extra videos. And then on top of that, whatever time I was spending was mostly dedicated to finishing off the course for y'all. So I'm finally going to be getting back into the groove over the next couple months. We'll get videos going again, we'll get caught up, and then we'll get streams more regular as we get through these changes, so. I'm working on streaming more. I just gotta make sure it doesn't take away from everything else. It's always the priority. Loved your last YouTube thumbnail. Thank you. Kana in chat had a huge role on that one. So shouts out. Shout outs. Shouting outs. Shouts outs. Shout it out loud. Let it all out. These are the things I could do without. Come on. Alright. That is a first base coat on everything. Good enough. I've been bending over for 2 hours and 12 minutes. I'm gonna go eat and play Diablo or something. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me in the streams. If you want to watch my art stuff and you're over on Twitch, go check out the art channel. And if you haven't seen it, go check out my OBS Masterclass Definitive Guide 2023, whatever. And I'll see you all later. Bye-bye.